What's up, everybody? It's Draymond Green. Make sure you subscribe to the Volumes YouTube channel below so you don't miss any more of this great content going forward. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Draymond Green Show. FYI, just a few things on the business side before we get into the episode. We have started an exciting partnership with Bleacher Report, which means you'll be able to watch some of these episodes of our show on the Bleacher Report app, which is extremely exciting. So if you're getting pings and all of these things from Bleacher Report, some of our shows will now be popping up. It's great. However, if that's where you're watching, not all of them will be there. So make sure you still subscribe to the YouTube channel, the Volumes YouTube channel, so that you don't miss any of our content. But it is exciting. With that said, let's get straight into it. The Lakers smacked the Warriors last night by 30, 127-97. Like I said, as a thing of late, of course, I was in foul trouble. Very interesting thing. But nonetheless, have to play without fouling and stay on the floor. So that's what I am going to attempt to do. That's what I have been attempting to do. Didn't quite go my way last night, and in turn, it hurt us. AD had a big game with 25 and 13. Few steals, few blocks, 4 blocks. And a large part of that is, again, I think, me being in foul trouble. I have to be on the floor to defend. I got to be better there. I think he did a really good job defensively. He's got a lot of deflections, which changes things. It messes up the rhythm of your offense. It messes up the flow of your offense when you have a lot of deflection. So got to give him a lot of credit there. D'Lo was really good. He got out to a very fast start. Had 21 points. 5 for 8 from 3. Got to do a better job of containing D'Lo. I think when in this series when we've contained him, we've been pretty good. Now obviously it's 3 games and they're up 2-1, but. A couple games, pretty much most of the games he's gotten off to a fast start, but we've been able to slow it down. Last night, we didn't do a good job of slowing it down. Bron, after not taking any shots, Steph said to me, like, yo, I'm trying to figure Bron out. Like, what, like, I don't know. After not taking a shot through most of the first half, he ended up getting it going with 21, 8, and 8. And, it was big, really big. Hit some big shots, some timely shots. One of the threes he hit on the wing in the first half was a very timely bucket. And, it slowed our run down. It was in the midst of their run. And we didn't quite do a good enough job. I thought we got off to a really good start and, finished the quarter up 7. I think at one point we went up 41-30. And everything seemed to be rolling our way, and then they went to the free throw line every play, and that stops us from flowing. That stops the flow of the game. So I got to do a better job defending without fouling. As we know what that does to not only our defense, but what it does to our offense as well. 19 turnovers, and I know at one point we had 12 turnovers. They had like 17 points off of them. So I'm not sure what the final numbers were. But it's hard to stop that team in transition if you're turning the ball over and not making them play against our set defense. That's the other side. When you're talking set defense, we've been talking about free throws with them and their defense getting set, us turning the ball over. And I think they had 27 points off those turnovers. Us turning the ball over doesn't allow our defense to get set. So if you're allowing them to set every play, you're not getting set every play, they're going to have an advantage. And as you can see, they won that pretty handily. Made some adjustments. They put Jared Vanderbilt on me, put Austin Reeves on Steph to try to slow the pick and roll down. Get them some credit. They did a good job. It's on us how we respond. I know that we will respond. We always do respond. But we just have to do a better job. Like Coach Kerr said we lost our poise a little bit there. Well, I can take that on the chin. Very frustrating game. But like I said, you have to figure it out. And, there's a way to win and a way to lose. I don't think we did a good job of that. So we'll be better there. Our mindset moving forward, I think the number one adjustment that is always made in an NBA game, and you can see that in their game, is playing with force. They played with more force last night than they played with in game 2. And that's always the number one adjustment outside of any X and O, outside of switching Jared Vanderbilt and Austin Reeves or AD moving up on a pick and roll. The number one adjustment any team will always make is the amount of force that they play with. And, they did that. You got to give them some credit. They play with a lot more force than us. I would say probably from midway through the second quarter on. From that, at that point, we had the game totally under our control. And then it flipped. So, I think for us, we got to do a better job of, we see a run, making sure we get a shot that we want. I don't think we did a good job of that. And, when you don't, sometimes it get out of hand. It got out of hand for us. So we'll be better. And, in turn, we'll look to even this series up 2-2 heading back home. The goal is always to come win 1. Obviously, want to come down here and win 2. That's not possible now. So you come get 1, try to take home court advantage back and head back home and look to take game 5, but starting with game 4 tomorrow. So looking forward to that. Looking forward to getting back out there, hopefully not in foul trouble, and just do what I got to do to help my team win. And I trust in that. Elsewhere, the New York Knicks lost to the Miami Heat, slipping to a 2-1 deficit for the Knicks. Jimmy Butler was back. As I thought, you get those extra couple days of rest and come back humming. I'll tell you what, man, the media has really been pushing. I've seen this Alonzo Mourning and Larry Johnson fight 1,000,000 times in the last 5 days. And they're really pushing this thing and, want it to be a fight so bad, and, the little scuffle happens and, oh, there it is again. It's so funny. Let it go. Let Grandma Mine and Zoe enjoy the game in peace. They don't want to be shown fighting every single game. No, but seriously. Jimmy Butler came back 28 points. Didn't particularly have a great shooting night for Jimmy, and yet still got it done. Max Strus got it done. I thought one interesting thing was Gabe Vincent really struggled, and he's been playing really well. And with his struggle, Kyle Lowry coming off the bench has been really good, and he was good last game. But Gabe Vincent has been really playing well, and with his struggle, they still won by 20 points. Julius Randle struggled quite a bit, and I think that's because the style of play that Julius Randle plays, that is Miami Heat style of play. They're muddying it up. They're physical, and so they're going to match Julius Randle's physicality. And if you're just playing in the crowd, it gets tough, because one thing about a Miami Heat defense is there will not be gaps. That has been established from Pat Riley, Eric Spoelstra on down. Their defense, there will not be any gaps. They're going to try to keep the ball in front of them and make you play in the crowd. And they've done a good job with Julius Randle. Obviously, he's missed a significant part of the last 4 or 5 weeks. So trying to get your rhythm against that defense, that's tough. And he's had quite a bit of struggle. We'll see how he bounces back in game 4. But I expect more of the same, and not that Julius Randle isn't capable, but Miami is going to make him play in the crowd and make someone else beat them. And that's just who they are. So not that Julius can't get it going. Julius is always capable of getting it going, but I just don't see how that's going to happen against this Miami defense. I think Tibbs is going to have to do a great job of moving him around into spots. And, Tibbs is a defensive specialist, one of the GOATs when you're talking about specialty coverage defense. Not known for offensive adjustments. Not saying that he's not capable, just not what he's known for. And he's going to have to move Julius around in different spots to get him going, because catching at the top of the key against that defense or at the free throw line. They're just going to shrink the floor and make you take tough shots. So we'll see how that goes. But 2-1, like all series are right now. And like I said earlier, I'm looking forward to getting back out there, not being in foul trouble, being out there with my dogs and taking this thing to 2-2. Till next episode of the Draymond Green Show, that's a wrap. Peace. What's up, everybody? It's Draymond Green. Make sure you subscribe to the Volumes YouTube channel below so you don't miss any more of this great content going forward.